So we are now on the 32nd, 33, 34th sloka of chapter 11. This chapter began. Sorry, I have to admit some people. That's why the delay. Now, Arjuna started asking Lord Krishna to show his Vishwarupa Darshanam because he has, on the 10th chapter, he has given the Vibhuti, the glories of Bhagavan. But he wanted to see a video of the description of what was given in Vibhuti Yoga. And Bhagavan agreed. But Bhagavan said, you will not be able to see with your present physical eye. So I have to give you a Jnana Chakshu. Jnana Chakshu means that we should have no raga dvesha, no likes and dislikes. That means it should be a pure chitta shuddhi, mind, purity of the mind. Only with that you will be able to see the Vishwarupa Darshanam. Then in between, Sanjaya also saw the Vishwarupa and he gave a short description. And from the 15th sloka to 31st sloka, Arjuna was describing what he saw in the Vishwarupa Darshana. Whatever has been discussed in the Vishwarupa Darshana, Vibhuti Yoga, that was all seen in the Vishwarupa. That means he could see the various lokas, the Bhuloka, Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, all that he could see. So he was really wonderstruck seeing that vision of Vishwarupa Darshanam from sloka number 15 to 22. Then 22nd sloka to 31st sloka, there was a change in his emotion. From wonderment, he was really scared. He was caught with fear complex. Because after seeing the Vishwarupa, he thought the God is a compassionate God. But here he saw all the people are entering into Lord's mouth, which is blazing with fire. And one by one, everybody is eaten by the Lord. So this terrible form of Bhagavan made him appear fearful. And then he asked on the 31st sloka, who are you? What is your duty? That means he wanted to know because he has been seeing Krishna as a friend only. But now he is seeing him in a fiery form, terrible form. So he is asking this question, who are you? And what is your duty? And for that, the Lord is giving a reply in sloka 32, 33, and 34. So we will read sloka number 32. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokakshayakrit Pravriddha Lokan Samahartumiha Pravuttaha Ritepi Tvam Bhavishyanti Sarve एव स्थिताः प्रत्यनीकेषु बोधाः कालोऽस्मि लोकक्षयकृत्प्रवृद्धः लोकान् समाहर्तुमिह प्रवृत्तः ऋतेऽपि त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे एव स्थिताः प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः. So Bhagavan answers, I am Kala. Kala Asmi. Kala Asmi. I am Kala. Kala means what? Time. And time is also called death. Yaman. Yama is one who controls the entire Jagat. So he says, I am Kala, as a time. The time starts only from the day you start, you appear in this world, from the date of birth. So that is why we call date of birth, time of birth. And from there the clock starts. That whether you like it or not, you will get various modifications of your body from child, youth, adult, old age, and then perish. So that means even without any effort from your side, Bhagavan says, I am a destroyer of this world. So he says, Lokakshayakrit Prabuddhaha. Lokakshayakrit means destroyer of the world. Prabuddhaha means mighty, infinite. I have enormous amount of powers to destroy you. Lokan samahartum iha pravrittaha. So my duty is, because Arjuna asked, who are you? So I am Yama, death, time. Then I am also, my job is to destroy the entire world. Then he also tells Arjuna, Ritepi tvam na Ritepi tvam. Even if you are not there, Arjuna is not there participating in this terrible war, but I have other means to destroy the people. What is meant by other means? Ritepi tvam. Na bhavishyanti sarve. Nobody will survive. Everybody will be eaten one by one. Evastitaha, ye avastitaha. Those people who are assembled in the war on both the sides. Pratyanikeshu means both armies of both sides. Yodaha, the warriors. So all the warriors will start being destroyed by my powers, because my duty is to protect the world. So what are the duties of Bhagavan? Srishti, creation; Sthiti, maintenance; and Laya, Pralaya, that is destruction. If you see only the Srishti and the Sthiti, we are all very happy. But we don't want to see his destruction. Arjuna thought that I have Gandiva, the arms, very powerful weapons I have. And what have you got? You have nothing. You have only the string of the horse, because you are a driver. That means he was overconfident. Karna also was like that. Bhagavan says, you are only one instrument in my hand, but I have other instruments to destroy the entire world. One such example we all see was the COVID. What a colossal damage it did throughout the world. So that means a mass destruction is possible by Bhagavan's effort. For that, you don't have to do anything. It started with atom bomb in Hiroshima. Now, one scientist has calculated regarding this COVID virus. It is stated that billions of this virus is needed to affect a single human being. It is stated that the billions of this virus is needed to affect a single human body. And from all over the world, if one is able to collect all the viruses, COVID viruses, which killed millions of people, they say it would weigh not more than a quarter of a gram. Quarter of a gram. So what an amount of energy it can release and destroy the entire humanity in the world. So that is my power. So we think that we are more powerful than God. No. Scientists are doing a lot of research and all that. But unless and until the God is behind them, the scientific results will not get any effect. There is a sloka in chapter number 18. There are 5 factors for any work to be successfully completed. Adhishtanam tada karta karanam cha pratak vidam vividacha pratak chesta daivam jaivatra panchamam. Daivam. The grace of Bhagavan is required for any activity to be successful. Our effort is required, but Bhagavan's grace is also required. So he says, Ritepi tvam na bhavishyamti sarve ye avastitaha pratyanekeshu yodaha. So I am the kalam, time principle. The time comes only when we have the vyavaharika satyam, relative satyam, not in paramarthika satyam. Paramarthika satyam is what? Absolute truth. In absolute truth, there is nothing, only Brahman. Whereas in the Vyavahartika plane, Satyam, we have this pair of opposites, Dvantas. Dvantas means, that we have death and birth, birth and death we have. Then we have association and dissociation. Be together and then get separated. Then we have arrival and departure. People come and people go. So like that, there are large number of pairs of opposites, and that is all relative Vyavaharika Satyam, in the plane of Vyavaharika Satyam. Have we a choice? Do we have a choice? No, because you have to either accept the Vyavaharika Satyam and be in the world of pairs of opposites. That means if you have got birth, there will be death. If there is sorrow, there will be happiness. If there is an association, there will be a dissociation. If there is night, there will be day. Light will be there. So we have to absolutely accept either this or that. You cannot have both. I will accept only birth, not the death. No, that is not possible. In the Dharma Shastra of the Bhagavan, God's Shastra. And even to accept this, we need a tremendous amount of mental strength. See, most of us buckle down because we don't have a strength to bear the separation, the emotions, negative emotions. So when any emotion, negative emotion comes, suppose a sudden death takes place in the family, a near and dear one has gone, we are shocked. We are absolutely, but the shock also remains only for some time. But after that, the time is a healer, they call it. So Bhagavan here says, none, I don't need any one of you for destruction of this world because that is my duty. I am supposed to preserve the harmony of this world by balancing the birth, death, and all these things together. Then Bhagavan says in the next shloka, that is 33rd shloka, which is a very, very oft quoted shloka. What should Arjuna do now? He says, Lord is advising, Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labaswa Jitva Shatrun Bhunksva Rajyam Samardam Mayaivaite Vikataha Purvameva Nimittamatram Bhava Savyasachin Tasmat Tvamuttishta Yasho Labaswa Jitva Shatrun Bhunksva Rajyam Samardam Mayaivaite Nikataha Purvameva Nimittamatram Bhava Savyasachin. So he is asking Arjuna, Tasmade Tvam Uttishta, you get up. Because Arjuna sat on the chariot, that I will not fight. For that he is saying, Tasmat Tvam Uttishta. Then what will you get? Yasho Labaswa. You will get all the fame. For what? For this dharmic fight. You have fought for Dharma. So for that you will get all the fame. You will get all these chakras. Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra. That's what the government gives to the army and to the defense force. But Bhagavan says, keep all that with you. I don't want anything. I have my own Sudarshana Chakra. That is enough for me. So, Tasmad Tvam Uttishta Yasho Labaswa Jitva Shatrun. So, if you win this war, then what happens? Bhunksha Rajyam Samurdham. Bhunksha Rajyam Samurdham means you can enjoy this prosperous world. Jitva Shatrun Bhunksha Rajyam Samurdham. Then Bhagavan says, Maya eva ete nikataha. Mayai vaite nikataha. When? Purvameva. That means I have already killed all these people who are in the warfield. Maya eva ete nikataha purvameva. Purvameva nikataha. I have killed all these people. So what is your role? Nothing. You only take up your bow and just show as if the people are going to fall down. Purvameva, this is a very important word. What is meant by Purvameva? Purvameva means even before the war has started, because their prarabdha karma is already over. Only when there is a prarabdha karma, we get this birth. So when the prarabdha karma is over, you are already finished. That is why I said kalosmi, time factor. So the prarabdha karma of all these people are already decided by me that they will end very shortly and they will die one by one. And for that, there is a instrument required. And I have the various weapons in my hand, like as I told you, an atom bomb or a COVID, which can destroy all these people. Maya eva ete purvameva jagataha nimittamatram bhava savyasachin. Nimittamatram. That means you become only my instrument. See, when there is a ripe mango in the mango tree, it is going to fall down any moment. But suppose there is a wind flowing through that tree, mango tree, the ripe mango will automatically fall down. But we cannot attribute the falling down to the wind. Wind is only a nimittam, instrument in the hands of the wind is again part of the nature. So nimitta matram. Now this will give a wrong picture. That means here Bhagavan says, Purvameva Maya eva ete nigataha. I have killed all these people. Then what is my role? So we all think that we have already written in our forehead that this is that you have to suffer like this. See, most of us have lot of problems in life, samsara, either by sickness or by financial problem or from relatives problems or from neighbors problem or from the income tax problem. That means we are riddled with lot of problems and we are not, then we attribute everything to Bhagavan. Because here they take this sloka as a convenient argument. Nimitta matram bhava sabhyasachin. I am only a puppet in the hands of Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, you dance like this, I will dance like that. You act like this, I will act like that. That means I have no free will. I have no choice. This is what we all think. Suppose when somebody is seriously sick, then we all will say that அவரோட தலையில எழுத்து பிராரப்தம். What is prarabdham? It is purva karma, karma phalam. Whatever actions we have done, not only in this birth, also in the previous birth, that has fructified and that has given you this particular janma. That is the explanation. So here, don't we have a choice? Are we mere puppets in the hands of Bhagavan? I mean, we have no role to play. We are just like uh, actors. We have been given a script. Please play that script and be done with it. I mean, I have no will in my hand to change the situation. So here the Bhagavan says, see, we have three things. Ishvara is there, Bhagavan, God is there, the Jagat is there, the world is there, and then Jiva, we are there. The world is inert. It has no activity by itself. If the Jiva, the instrument, Jiva is considered as an instrument, that means you have no free will, no freedom to choose. So you become an instrument. Then who is left? Ishvara. So Ishvara is a karta. If I have a sword in my hand, knife in my hand, the knife becomes an instrument. And the instrument cannot do anything on its own. So it needs a karta. A doer is required. And here, who is the doer? We said Jagat, inactive, inert. Jiva becomes the instrument, that is the knife. So the karta is Bhagavan now. God is taking the place of karta, Bhagavan. So if the knife has to be used either for killing or for a doctor using it for the saving a patient, it becomes an instrument in the hands of Bhagavan. So that means all the activities in the world, if you accept this particular theory, that Bhagavan is the only one who is doing all these activities, and we are only instruments. And this principle is called fatalism. Fatalism. Fatalism means nothing is in my hand. Everything is in Bhagavan's hand. So that means the fatalism has come from fate. Fate is what we call as prarabdham, or we call it destiny, or it is called karma padam, or you can also call it daivam. So all these things, they are all called fate. So my destiny. People always say when I am falling in depressive mood, I say I am depressed. It is my fate. It is my fate to suffer. And such people who think they don't have a choice, they are called fatalistic people. And fatalism is their theory. But according to our Shastra, Shastra does not accept fatalism. Shastra accepts fate. Destiny it accepts, but not. So you see the absurdity that if Bhagavan is going to do all the activities, that means all the Papa Punyam will come to him and he will become a biggest samsari, Maha samsari. Because when we also do karma, action, we get a visible fruit as well as invisible fruit. And the invisible fruit is called either punyam or pavam. That depends upon our motive. What is our motive in doing that particular work? So becomes a samsari. Again, whatever happens in the world, all atrocities, who is doing it? Jiva is now doing. So Bhagavan is doing it. So Bhagavan means like now COVID destroyed so many people. So Bhagavan becomes a cruel god. Bhagavan becomes a cruel, because cruelty is involved in him, cruel god. This is another absurdity because Bhagavan is a Karuna Surupam, compassionate god. He is not a cruel god. And the other third one is for some people he gives benefits and some people he does not give benefits. I have an ambassador car that was about 20 years back. Then Maruti came. Then Benz car came. So that means Bhagavan is a partisan god. For some, he gives all the benefits. For some, he does not give full benefits. Some he gives only a cycle. So Taratamyam. So he has favoritism. He favors some people. He does not favor other people. So this is also an absurdity. Bhagavan is absolutely akarta. He does not do any activity. He does not have any abhokta. He does not have any karma palam. So this is another absurdity. If we feel that we don't have a choice, if we don't have a free will. Next is, if I don't do any activity, action, fearing that I have to take the full responsibility. So whatever happens, the full responsibility goes to the person who takes the active part as an actor. So that means I am driving a car. I am driving in India as well as in the US. And the traffic rules are different in both the countries. Here we have got right hand drive and there is a left hand drive. If I am only an instrument, then who has to study the traffic rules? Traffic rules have to be studied by Bhagavan. Absurdity. Because Bhagavan is the one who has brought this particular law, dharma, what dharma should follow, dharma shastra. So that means, again, we cannot say that we are only dummies, we are only puppets. So this is the another one. One more problem with this, if you don't have a choice, then we have no conflicts. Absolutely no conflicts. What is meant by conflict? Confusion. Suppose I give you one mango, you take it. You will take it. There's no problem. But if I give you one mango and one apple, there your problem starts. Whether I should choose the mango or whether you choose the apple, whether the mango will become whether sweet or sour, or whether the apple being a healthy stuff. So you get a conflict, you get a choice. So when the choice comes, conflict comes. Conflict means confusion. What should I accept? Same thing, right in the morning. The previous night you decide that I will. The buddhi says you get up at 5:30 and start meditation. But when 5:30 the alarm rings, we do not obey what the intellect has said, but we will obey by the mind. The mind says, forget about it. Let me sleep for some more time. This is more comfortable for me, so let me sleep. After that, whether I should take my bath or not, confusion, selection. Then it comes to coffee, whether I should put more sugar, less sugar, or I should not put sugar at all, being a diabetic patient. That means the whole day you have conflicts. You get into your scooter and you want to come to the Gita class, but the scooter says, no, you go to some coffee club or hotel or something. Why do you want to go to Gita class? Again, confusion. That means if I am an instrument, the confusion goes to whom? The Bhagavan. And Bhagavan is absolutely not doing anything, so he has no confusion. So these are all some of the absurdities if you follow the theory of fatalism. But fate is only one of the contributing factors for your day-to-day life, fate. Because fate is, as I told you, is a destiny. Destiny is karma padam. Whatever we have done in the earlier janmas, that has fructified and that has given you this birth. Karma padam. Then the question comes, what about the free will? Do you have a free will? As I told you, if you do not have a free will, the choice is not there, confusion will not be there, conflicts will not be there. Then what happens if we have no free will and we only go according to my fate? We become animals. Animals have no choice. Animals are all pre programmed. A cow in India, a cow in America, they will not have any confusion whether I should be a vegetarian or a non vegetarian because cow has been programmed to eat only grass wherever it is. So, no confusion. So, who gets confusion? When we go to America, we get confusion because what to eat vegetarian food, non vegetarian food. There are people going to America change their eating habits. So all these confusion conflicts are only for it establishes that we are not bound by fatalism, but we are bound by a combination of fate and free will. Fate and free will. In physics, we have fate is a force, free will is a force, and if both the forces are acting, then there will be a resultant force that is according to physics, and that resultant force is the one which is acting. See now, for example, we play cricket with South Africa, India versus South Africa. One match we win, the second match we lose. Now you can decide which one is free will, which one is fate. Confusion, conflict. So we have a will, we have a choice, and we have a confusion, conflict. Now the question comes, why should Bhagavan say to Arjuna that you be my instrument? Nimittamatram bhava savyasachin. Nimittamatram. be my instrument. Bhagavan, we all know, is a just follower of Dharma Shastra. He is the author of Dharma Shastra. That is what morals we should follow and what we should not do. All these are given in the Dharma Shastra. So Bhagavan says, like you have a will now, you have a choice now. I also have given the will to you in the form of Dharma Shastra. When you have a choice, whether you should follow Dharma Shastra or not. That means whether you follow Dharma Shastra or whether you should follow your likes and dislikes. Ragadvesha. If I follow my Ragadvesha, because choice is there for me. I like something, I don't like something, I follow that, then I am totally abusing my Dharma Shastra. Because according to the Dharma Shastra, you should follow whatever is dharmic activities. Not you should do according to your Ragadvesha. That's why we call it Karma Yogis. Karma Yogis was what? That they surrender everything to Bhagavan. And they will, and whatever they get as fruit, phalam, they take it as prasada from Bhagavan. So here you have a choice. So what is the choice? So either you can decide yourself to go with Ragadvesha and spiritually be doomed, or you follow God's will. What is God's will? Dharma. So your choice is when it is aligned with the will of the God. So two wills. One will is yours. You have a choice. And Bhagavan says, you follow my dharma, because that is what I have given in the Dharma Shastra. So both the wills go together, and naturally that will, if you follow, you will get liberation. It is a karma yogi. He becomes a karma yogi. Karma yogi means he is the greatest bhakta. Again, I will explain. There are God's will and my free will, and if my free will and the God's free will they are aligned together, even you feel my will is not effective, my will need not be effective because my will is already aligned with the Bhagavan's will. Naturally, my activities will be in the form of devotion, bhakti. So why blame God now? There is no need for any one of us to blame God. தலையில எழுத்தே கிடையாது. It is a fate. It's a combination of fate and will, free will. That is called Shastram. Whereas if it is only fate, it is fatalistic people, adharmic method. So here, nimitta matram means, whereas he says, be my instrument. When he says, be my instrument, you follow my will. If you follow my will, I am telling you, be a karma yogi. Karma yogi is the biggest bhakta. So he says, nimitta matram bhava sabhyasachin. So let us not have any disappointment. Let us not have any, what do you call us now? See, you have all boarded the train. We have started this Gita class from the last 4 years onwards. You have boarded the train. And the train will definitely reach you to the destination. What is the destination? Complete peace, moksha, shanti. Prasade sarvadukhanam hani rasyobhajayate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhihi paryavasishtate. That means you will reach your destination. but in between there will be lot of hurdles. The train may not go on time. It may be delayed in the arriving station. But you have boarded the train. That's one of the good this thing. Have patience, have tolerance, titiksha, that I will reach one day. But in between, we should not follow the adharmic methods. That means there should not be any spiritual form. That is what is happening to all of us. See, if there is a uh, entertainment somewhere, and if there is a Gita class or some scriptural lectures on other side, it is for you to choose which one you want to choose. So then why blame God? God is not to be blamed at all. So there is no Talel Earthe. You can change your Talel Earthe. It is not written permanently. It can be erased. And the erasing method is that you follow Dharma Shastra, and since you are given a choice whether you want to follow the Ragadvesha or you want to follow the will of the God, that decision is in your hands. So be a Karma Yogi. That's what he talked about in the third chapter. What is Karma Yoga? He has explained very clearly. And all bhaktas are Karma Yogis, or Karma Yogis are bhaktas. If you take a pen, it can be used for writing. The pen has no independent to write what it wants. The karta will decide what to write. So why blame the pen? If you write something not what you want to hurt somebody or something. So that is done by you, not by the pen. Pen is an instrument. The choice is yours. You can write good advice or a bad advice. So the choice is yours, in your hand. So follow dharma. That is what he says in the shloka. So if you read again, Tasmatvam uttishta yasho labhasva chitva shatrun bhunksva rajyam samruddham mayaivaite jikataha purvameva nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Somebody may ask, the Kauravas are adharmic people, but there are good people in Arjuna's side. Why both were destroyed? Good people were never destroyed because after the Mahabharata war, there is a recording that only less than 10 people survived. The rest are all gone. For that, Bhagavan said, that Purvameva, because their Prarabdham is almost getting over. So once the Prarabdham is over, their life is not there. So they have to die. Whether you like it or not, you will die. The only thing is, he is telling Arjuna that I am telling you all these things in advance, that these people have been killed. Suppose such a thing is available for us. Suppose somebody is very seriously sick, and you know that he is not going to survive. Then we should think, why should we spend money? Anyway, he is going to survive. Or if he is not going to survive, then also why should you spend the money? Both are in your hands. But whatever, as long as that patient is suffering, whatever as remedy has to be given, that you give, but not according to the result. But we are not aware. We are not aware also that, because even you go to an astrologer, asking him for the show his horoscope, astrologer cannot predict your end, your death. It is like astrology is only like a fuel gauge. In the car, you got a fuel gauge, which when it is full green. When the danger signal comes, warning comes, it will be amber, yellow. Then comes the red signal. So that means that is not dictating your driving ability. Driving ability depends upon whether you have petrol or not. Only the petrol is the factor which is driving the car. So naturally, what you should do is take it as an indicator. So similarly, astrology is only an indicator based on the planetary position of yours. So absolute. See, in the case of marriages, if somebody has got some daughters, in the olden days, not nowadays, because nowadays they marry themselves, each other they like and they love and then marry. But in 40, 50 years back in my time and all that, my parents look at the horoscope of both the girl, boy and girl. And again, we should not go to two astrologers. One astrologer will say, this horoscope is so beautifully matching. They will have a comfortable life and all that. And you go to another astrologer, no, don't touch this particular horoscope. So you can see the difference of opinion. But they are only indicators. So don't go purely by those. It is an indicator, that's all. So nimittamatram bhava savyasachin. Savyasachin means Arjuna can fight even with the left hand. See, normally we use right hand for all our activities, but Arjuna can use both the hands. Savyasachin. It is an exaggerated capacity of Arjuna. So let us not depend only on our fate. We should not be fatalistic in our approach. Let us have a free will. Let us have the faith. We go by both the free will and fate. Sometimes the fate is powerful, sometimes the free will is powerful, and use both factors. And along with the grace of Bhagavan, our life journey can be properly conducted. So, this is what the 33rd sloka. So, never get disappointed or dejected or depressed because of the situation, surroundings, and situation. Bhagavan is not contributing anything on that one. So let us not blame Bhagavan for all our problems. The problems are all created by us only because of our Purva Janma. So at least in this Janma, you have a birth, you have been given a human birth, and that human birth, we should use it for dharmic purpose, not for adharmic purpose, not for ragadvesha purpose, likes and dislikes purpose, but use it profitably for dharmic activities. And when you have dharmic activities, you are in alignment with Bhagavan. Then you don't have to worry afterwards. Then it is the responsibility of Bhagavan to take you into his hand. How he will take you and all that you should have the faith. So Ragat Dvesha Viyuktatma, that's what he says in the Bhagavad Gita. And again, for a Kshatriya, the war is, even Arjuna says, I will not fight this war. Bhagavan is going to tell on the 18th chapter that if you think you're not going to fight the war, but the natural forces, the Prakriti will not allow you to keep quiet because you are bound by three gunas, Samatva, Raja, Tamo gunas. So they will make you fight because as a Kshatriya job is to protect Dharma. Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Paritranaya Sadhunam. Vinashaya Durkridam. Dharma Samstavanarthaya. Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. So let us follow Dharma. That is what he says here. And let us not blame God for all our depressions and all our mistakes. Now he is amply explaining this in the next sloka, that is 34th sloka. Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadradam cha karnam tadanyanapi yotaviran maya gatam svam jahima vetishta yudyasya jetasi ranetapatnanam Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadradam cha karnam tadanyanapi yotaviran maya gatam svam jahima vetishta Yudhyastha Rano Sapatmanam. Arjuna had a doubt whether the war will go in which way, whether we will win or they will win, because that is talked in chapter number 2, I think sloka number 6. Here he says, न चैतत् विद्मः कथजन्नो गरीयो यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम ते वस्तिताः प्रमुखे धातराष्ट्राः. So here he had the doubt whether we will win or not. And for that he says, who are all the people who have already been killed? Purvameva nigataha. Dronam, Bhishmam, Jayadrajam, Karnam, Tadanyanapi Yodaviran. All the important warriors. Because Arjuna's problem was how to kill Drona and Bhishma. Because they are his revered people. Bhishma is his grandfather, Drona is his teacher. Jayadratha and Karna, that is no problem for him. Tadan Anyanapi Yodaviran. Why the problem came? The problem came because the confusion came because Arjuna came with a very big enthusiastic way to fight the war. Then he told Krishna, to park the chariot in between the two armies, and that too, I want to see with whom I am going to fight. So Krishna played a trick. He brought the chariot in front of Bhishma and Drona. Suddenly, the dharma transformed into attachment because ragadvesha. So instead of fighting for dharma, he started fighting for ragadvesha. I will not fight the war. So attachment, ragadvesha. So confusion came. So when the confusion came, what is his best policy? Surrender. He says, Karpanyadoshopagatah Prichami tvam dharma sammudachetaha. Dharma sammudachetaha. Confusion came, conflict came, and I am not able to resolve it. So please help me. I am your student. I am your Shishya. Shishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prabandham. So when the conflict or confusion comes to any one of us, the best is to surrender to the Bhagavan. And what is surrendering to Bhagavan? That is Karma Yoga, Karma Yogi. So once you are a Karma Yogi, your mind is purified, then you have got a clear thinking, then your Jnanam will come, then you get a Jnana Yogyata, then you will become a Jnani. So once you become a Jnani, then you will come to know I have no body, I have no mind, I have no intellect, I have no ahankara. Because of these things only we are suffering now. So samsara will not be there. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani nagam. That's what he says. So that means whenever confusion comes to us also, the best method is to sit quiet and surrender to Bhagavan and leave it to him. That means your ahankara should not come into the picture. Your ahankara should be submitted to the lotus feet of the Bhagavan. That we will not do because I always say, I did it, I want the credit, I want the fame. So that is our problem. So the best method will be to surrender. That's what he says. So here he says, Maya Gatam Swam Jahima Vyatishta. Ma Vyatishta. That is the most important word in this. Don't get depressed. Don't be despair. Ma Betishta. Because I have already killed them. So the success is already definitely for you. So then fight the war and take the credit and enjoy the prosperity. Maya Hatam Stam Jakima Betishta. Yudyasya Jetasi Rade Sapatnan. Sapatnan means enemies. Rade means war. Yudyasya Jetasi. You have won the war because I have already killed all these people. So you are not killing anybody. So you are not going to get any punyam and papam. So enjoy this kingdom. So this is a beautiful advice given in these three slokas. And now Sanjaya will come into the picture. And then, as I told you, Karma Yoga and the Bhakti, Arjuna will show his third emotion, that is Bhakti. That will come in the following slokas. So in the next week, Thursday, our Sri Natarajan will take up some of these slokas in the next session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om